checking this, check it out. So, as I said yesterday, but yesterday's video, we talked about Eubank Jr. versus Liam Smith fight. I went to go see it live in person, Manchester Arena. You know, the atmosphere was good. The atmosphere was good. But it started to get a little bit, you know, it started to get a little bit out of hand towards the end after Liam defeated Chris. People throwing their beers and shit like that. Everybody, you know, that kind of, right? That's like fucking savages. But that was to be expected in a way because obviously Manchester isn't far from Liverpool. Literally one straight road from Liverpool straight to the centre of Manchester. So it takes about 50 minutes. So, you know, less than an hour, you know, to get there. So, you know, it's basically local. So that arena was at least that arena was about at least 90% for Smith. Okay. Most people really weren't there for anything else than the other fights, to be honest. Not from what I see. So you're gonna get, and obviously the people from Liverpool. You know, I got a lot of love for people from Liverpool. I've lived there. I live just outside of Liverpool now. Again, the people are sound people, bro. But let me tell you now, when it comes to sport, especially football, bro, these people start going, they're on some next level shit. Like, these men will kill for football and sport, their sport that they like, bro. So it was expected. So those kind of fans were the same kind of, they're basically pretty much were probably football fans as well. So you basically had a football atmosphere in the boxing arena, which again is good in some ways, but then it's bad. I see multiple people getting kicked out. People were kicking off in there as well. Again, you know, there's always people to spoil it. So you got that football kind of people there. So, you know, so act like animals. Anyway, I'm not saying all Liverpool people are like that, by the way. But yeah, let's get down to the fight. This is what I was afraid of. I was afraid of Eubank coming out in this newfound wannabe Roy Jones Jr. style, okay? I was scared. This is what I didn't want to see. And I've made a video previously on this channel, right, when it was supposed to be about Conor Ben versus CHRIS EUBANK, and I said in that video, bro, if he comes out in that Roy Jones Jr. style against someone like Conor Ben, who's fast, explosive, arm swinging everywhere, high volume, I don't think it's going to work out well. And that's part of the reason why I didn't want to see the fight, because it would have been a case of, well, who knows who would have won, whatever anyway. But based on this, and based on this, you know, last few outings in that style, I didn't want to see the fight because there was a chance that he was going to get upset by a 147 pounder being Conor Ben, right? I said before on that video, I didn't want to see the fight because of that reason. Because of that reason, if he comes out looking like that, he's probably going to get beat. And you know, getting beat by a 147 pounder is a bit different to getting beat from a 154 pounder Liam Smith moved to 160. It's a bit different. Plus the family name as well. So you would have been all fucked up for Chris Jr. And that's why I didn't want to see the fight. If you come out in his normal style, then I'm cool. But yeah, go back to this fight again. Yeah, so everything that I didn't want to see, I've seen come out in that style. I don't know why the fuck he's doing that. I'm not a fan of it because he doesn't do it well. There's no point trying to mimic somebody else, right? Because you're not gonna get it correct. You're not gonna get it spot on. Look at all the people trying to mimic Floyd Mayweather's shoulder roll style. As I said yesterday in that Yard versus Better Beer fight, you see Yard do that style. He's been doing that for a long time, and he gets caught. But this is what I'm saying. The people who are masters of that style are masters of it for a reason, because they've mastered it themselves and it suits them. Stop trying to mimic people's fucking style, man. Because it never works out well. Yeah, you might get away with it for a little while, but eventually it's gonna catch up to you. And that laxy-daisy arm, one arm down, that. Yeah, it's like the way Roy Jones Jr. used to fight. It's a laxy-daisy style. What I mean by that is it's like a style where it's a cocksure style. You gotta be very cocksure, and it's a very it looks lazy, but it's not. So it looks a bit of a lazy style. You got the one arm always down there, and that. You never really got both hands up defending yourself. Basically, you're not using your reflexes in your legs to get out as a mode of defense. Again, Roy Jones could do that. Other people can't. Came out in that style. Okay, he looked alright in two of them rounds. He looked okay in rounds 2 and 3 maybe. He looked okay. And I really thought to myself, you know what? He's gonna, after this round, in round 4, he's gonna probably revert back to his old style, which I wanted to see. Bro, if he came out how he used to fight, by throwing like 15, 20 punches at a time, bro, that style used to terrorize people, bro. That style used to not terrify, I said terrorize. I used to terrorize people. Because you got a man throwing about 10 uppercuts in one go. You never know where the punches are coming. All you gotta do is look back at his old fights. You know what I'm talking about? That's the style to beat somebody like Liam Smith. Liam Smith, right, is a sitting duck, right? So if you're not gonna fight him in an aggressive style, you're gonna try and box him, do all that stuff, then that's what Liam Smith likes. Because he can just walk you down with that high guard, up there, yeah. Yeah, he'll eat punches, he'll take some punches, but he'll walk you down. He'll get his punches off at the same time as well eventually. Right? And this is, he didn't, and obviously he didn't come out in the 4th round doing that. He came back out in the 4th round doing the same shit. Like, for somebody who's gifted with such athleticism, right? He should have been able to get at that corner pretty easy. Like, why didn't he even clinch? Why didn't he clinch? He could have just tied up, mate, after a couple of punches, bro, like Liam Smith was throwing, he could have just tied him up, man, at least. Like, that's just the basic stuff. That's basic, man. That's boxing 101. If you're getting put under pressure and you don't like it, you just tie him up. And then the ref will have to break. Then he can reset. He didn't do that. And he got caught. Yeah, he got an elbow in the face. Again, I don't think that elbow would. Like, I'm talking as a Chris Eubank Jr. fan. I'm a big fan of this guy. That's the only reason I went to this fight. I've been wanting to go see his, I've been wanting to go see his fights for quite some time, but I haven't been able to. This was a good opportunity. This was on my doorstep, literally half an hour away from the house. So I'm talking as a Chris Eubank fan here. So yeah, the man didn't even clinch. Like, if you get put under pressure, you clinch, man, or put your hands up. Put your hands up. But I can see why he decided to do that. He decided to do it that way because, again, he's being very cocksure of himself. He wanted to make Liam Smith look silly, which he kind of almost did in the third round. Okay. But the problem is, the fight only went 4 rounds, so like, there wasn't really much you can go on. Yeah, you look better in the third round, but that don't mean shit because he got stopped in the 4th. But anyway, there was an elbow to his head, but I don't think that was intentional. That weren't intentional, bro. Think about it. If someone's like, if someone's in the corner, Eubank's in the corner. He's trying to get out of the way of the punches, and fucking Liam Smith is just swinging. He's swinging because if he's gonna, let's say he let off a six shot combination. When you get taught combinations in the gym, you're not, you get told you're not going to land all your shots, but there's a reason why you do combinations, because at least one of them shots is going to come through. So you do, so you're doing that part, whatever, you do the left hook, whatever sequence you want to do, whether it's an uppercut, left hook, right hook, two left hooks to the bottom, whatever combination, at least one of them punches is going to get through. But unfortunately, where Chris's head was at the time, he got clipped by the elbow, and that didn't do him any favors anyway. Then he got a clean shot with an uppercut, and that was it. That uppercut shot shook him, man. Because obviously he didn't see the shot coming. Because that shot fucked him up, because the way he got up after that, he was all over the place, bro. And for somebody he was just fucked up, man. I thought the very first time I get to see a man that I've been watching. I watched basically his whole career growing up. Yeah, big fan of his dad as well, Chris Eubank. And I think, finally I get to see Chris Eubank in the flesh. Finally, I always thought he was going to beat him, and not one doubt in mind I thought Liam Smith was going to beat him. I didn't know how Eubank was going to beat him, but I just knew he was going to win. In my eyes, that's what I thought. I thought, fucking hell, after all this time, right, I finally get to see him, and not only does he lose in the most dramatic, embarrassing way ever. I thought, this is just my luck, man. Spent all that money on tickets. I had some good tickets as well. The seats were good. I don't sit up in the nosebleed section. I'm sitting like right pretty much at the front, just to the point where, not the floor seats, just before the floor seats, which is better. You've got a little vantage point. So I was about 3 rows up from the floor seats, so I had a good vantage point to see everything. But anyway, that aside, also, yeah, so you're just disappointed, man. Like that really hurt me, man. That really hurt me. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm not somebody who's really invested in sports, especially the people in the sports at all. Really, I'm not like these football people, bro. all these other boxing fans that are completely invested in certain fighters, where they'll go out and kill a man over a football team or shit like that. I ain't no nothing to do with that, but the reason why I'm so invested in people like, there's two people that I'm really invested in, and that's Deontay Wilder and that's Chris Eubank Jr. They're my two favorite fighters, right? It's because, you know, who they are as a person, what they do outside the ring, what they do in the ring. Okay, I've always been a Chris Eubank. Always loved his style of fighting, bro. You know what I mean? Again, Deontay Wilder as well. But bro, this man carries his culture everywhere he goes, bro. He's not afraid to attack. He talks with his heart. He talks truth. He tells how it is. The stand-up guy. Again, he carries his culture. He's not afraid to be black, bro. He's not afraid to be black. Yeah. And he lets you know about it. You know what I mean? And obviously, I like the way he fights as well. He's the best knockout artist of this era. So that's why they're the two fighters I'm invested in and outside the ring. Like, they're the two people who really want to do well, you know what I mean? So to see one of them lose in that fashion, but I've seen both of them lose badly. Deontay Wilder lost twice, but you know, we know the reasons why he lost twice. You know, when the game is rigged against you, bro, they'll make you lose by spiking water, by tampering with gloves and shit like that. I don't even want to go into that, to be honest, because that's all they mean.